Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LO3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful, swampy mangroves of South Florida. And today's date is Sunday, December 13th, 2020. Yep, it's nighttime right now. Took a nap, and I'm going to do a little brief episode on this one. And this is a reference to Senator candidate Reverend Raphael Warnock, who was a Democrat on the Democrat ticket. So, this is what Town Hall has to say about him. Warnock has an anti-Semitism problem, and it just got even worse. This is by Beth Bauman, okay? So, as it reads here, Reverend Raphael Warnock, Democrat Senator Kelly Loeffler's Republican opponent in the Georgia runoff election, has been labeled as anti-Semite after his Palm Sunday sermon from 2016 came to light. In the sermon, Warnock compared Israeli Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to George Wallace, a segregationist and former governor of Alabama. Warnock said Netanyahu's position on a two-state solution over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a tantamount to saying occupation today, occupation tomorrow, occupation forever. It was a clear knock at Wallace's infamous saying segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever. During the 2018 sermon, he claimed Israel shot unarmed Palestinians like birds of prey. We saw the government of Israel shoot down unarmed Palestinian sisters and brothers like birds of prey. And I don't care who does it. It is wrong. It is wrong to shoot down God's children like they don't matter at all. He said at the time, it is no more than anti-Semitic to me to say that than it is anti-white for me to say Black Lives Matter. Palestinian lives matter. As much as Warnock and the Democrats have done to distance Warnock from these anti-Semitic remarks, known anti-Semites are lining up to rally Georgians. The Georgia chapter of the Council of American Islamic Relations, CARE, and the Georgia Muslim Project are holding a virtual vote-a-thon that includes none other than Reps. Ilhan Omar, which is, I call her Infidel Ilhan Omar, and Radisha Tlaib, and Women's March co-founder Linda Sarsour. I don't know why you want to have these clowns in Georgia. I'm trying to figure that one out, especially Ilhan Omar. You know, like, come on, she can't even represent her own district, for goodness sakes. You got to bring that knucklehead down here. Good grief, that's how it says. Politics as usual, right? Yeah, probably cares another faction. Status knows best. I'll continue on here. As Georgia runoffs are in the national spotlight, we invite you to join an array of well-known and beloved leaders from across the nation for an exciting event of conversation togetherness, the Facebook event states. And you can see it right here. Good grief. That'll be one big comedy show, right? For some of the people that are being like Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. Why do you want to have traitors in there anyway? You got people that are very anti-Bill of Rights candidates, you know? Omar Tlaib and Sassar all found themselves embroiled in anti-Semitic conflicts. Early in 2019, Omar said it is about all the Benjamins in reference to the pro-Israel lobbying group, AIPAC, supposedly buying political influences and support. And who could forget when she said some people did something? A reference to the terrorists carried out of the September 11th attacks. She even admitted that she had to unlearn her anti-Semitic ways. So what's so anti-Semitic of criticizing AIPAC, which they are considered inferior in political affairs, okay, or foreign influences, and questioning September 11th? Yeah, her articulation isn't that great. I'll be very frank. So I don't know what's so anti-Semitic about that, right? Talib says she gets a calming feeling when talking about the Holocaust. She also went so far as to blame Israel for defending themselves after Palestinian militants launched more than 600 rockets. Last year, Sarsar was one of 3 co-founders of the Women's March who had stepped down because of accusations of anti-Semitism, infighting, and financial mismanagement. Controversies, some say, have slowed the organization's progress and diminished its impact. Americans highly rightly took issue with Sarsar and the co-founder, Tamika Mallory, defending Omar's 9/11 comments, which is part of what led to their demise. It's rather fitting that these 3 are being used to court people to vote for Warnock. That probably is a big mistake as well. Total entrapment game, as far as I'm concerned. And people that don't know me about on my show pertaining to 9/11, I have said it was a New World Order agenda. And I wouldn't be surprised if many agents from the Israeli government were involved too, along with the Americans, British, Saudi Arabia, etc. Doesn't make me anti-Semitic, right? No, absolutely not. And it's funny because Warnock has a right to criticize whoever he wants, but if you criticize the Israeli government, you consider it anti-Semite. Remember, many people who are Palestinians are, may have the faith of Islam, Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Many of them are Jews. Okay, so what's so anti-Semitic of criticizing Benjamin Netanyahu and possible tyrannical elements in Israel? A lot of reports, too, that it was considered a occupation or apartheid. May call it apartheid. And there's CIA declassified information pertaining to Truman had knowledge of many of the people that went to Israel were Soviet Union, Bolsheviks from the Soviet Union. Is that being anti-Semitic? No. See, this is, to me, mainly, this is nothing more than a cheap shot on this guy, Reverend Raphael Warnock. How come you don't go after his platform? He's pro-big government, he supports climate change. He wants the feds to take care of everything. All right, some of the issues he presented should be on a local and state position, not a federal. I'm not really impressed by this guy's platform at all. And what's this Ebenezer, his church he runs? It's a 501c3 state church. So I could be critical on that as well. And he supports Planned Parenthood, or he's endorsed by Planned Parenthood. Reproductive rights. This man, you get him with all that. He's a hypocrite, for one. Contradicting his own faith, as far as I'm concerned. You have a bunch of clowns want to support his cause? Give me a break. Birds of a feather flock together. Especially someone like Ilhan Omar, who she co-sponsors H.R. 111, which is the same bill that's been used multiple times. I believe it was Representative Lee from California who wrote this, adding that have the United Nations get involved if there's a big conflict or insurrection with the United States, within the United States. Ilhan Omar supports it. She's not more than a globalist chip bag, okay? So far as I'm concerned, use this whole thing of him being anti-Semitic is unmerited, meek, trendy. See how many her conformists from that paradigm will manifest over it. Please, folks. This article is such a joke. I just had a laugh. And, like I said, it's null and void for as I'm concerned. But the fact is, I added his campaign, Warnock's campaign. So you can make your own judgment on this man. I am not impressed by this guy. He's pro-big government. Feds know best. And he wants to use Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior and belly up to the to say he's a Christian. Nah, he's just another swallow as far as I'm concerned. A fraud, and I say that out of love. So, hey, Matt Bauman, with all due respect, do yourself a favor and have more merit on this article, because this whole anti-Semite thing is boring. So that's my intake on it. So I'm going to leave his campaign website on there. You can make your own decision. Ebenezer Baptist Church, 501c3, nothing new. All you gotta do is look at the website. It's self-explanatory. That's just my intake on it. I say this: if you're against pro-big federal government, don't vote for the man. That's not that hard. Well, that would be it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share this throughout your social media network. If you have any questions, comments, or you sent something that's interesting, want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence with decorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of this episode on my speaker page. And if you want to email me, you can hit me at LokiLuck3@gmail.com or LokiLuckNumbers03@protonmail.com. If you're going to send me a donation, you can reach me at paypal.me/LokiLuck3. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.